Good morning. You've brought a friend today. That's awesome. Does your bear have a name? Ah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So I want to talk about something that's really complicated if you're an adult and not if you're a kid. So first of all, what's this? And it is a
Flower.
Thank you. Old people, what is it? It's a weed. Yeah, you're probably already spraying them or digging them out on your lawn, aren't you? They're a flower. It depends on how you look at it. By the way, let me just confirm. When I say old people, I mean over the age of 15. Yeah, Graham. Okay, so it depends on how you look at it, doesn't it? I mean, it's just there's lots of things that are like that. There's lots of things that are like that. Let's talk about dreams for a second, for instance. Do you have dreams? Yeah? You have dreams? I have dreams. I dreamt once that I was being chased down the street by a giant lobster, and I was wearing overalls and carrying a giant lollipop on a stick that was made of Jell-O. It flapped in the wind as I was running. Oh, sorry, I should probably mention, that earlier that day, I'd been at a dinner that was at a hockey arena, and it was a lobster dinner, and it was a fundraising thing, so it was very expensive, but for some reason, dessert was Jell-O. And I thought to myself, you're having a lobster dinner, you could put a nicer dessert out, couldn't you? I mean, everyone loves Jell-O. I mean, and there's always room for Jell-O. It's just, you could have put out a nice, lobster's expensive. You want to put something nice fancy with that, don't you? Right? Yeah. So the lobster chased me in my dream. No? Okay. But sometimes we have weird dreams, right? Because, you dream when you're sleeping. Because your body shuts down. It doesn't really shut down. It's like when your computer goes to sleep, right? It's not really off, or you turn the TV off and the little red light stays on. It's not really off. It's just not working. And so your brain kind of goes, woo, at different places. Your imagination takes over, right? But then, sooner or later, somebody's going to say, hey, do you have dreams? And they don't mean that, right? They mean something different. They mean, what do you want to be when you grow up? Or, how do you want this to happen? What do you want your life to be like? And that's a way bigger question than a lobster chasing you down the street and you're carrying a lollipop made of Jell-O. That's a way bigger question. And anybody said vision to you? Not eyesight, but if you have a vision of something, right? Sometimes we say that we have other fancy language for it in church and stuff too, but we say vision when we want to know, what's our dream? What do we want the church to look like? What's our dream for that? And sometimes our dream is really very clear, and sometimes it's kind of muddy. We have to think about it, work on it a little bit. The thing is, though, if you want that dream to happen, if you have a vision of something and you want it to happen, are you going to just sit there and wait for it to happen?
No.
What are you going to do? You're going to work for it, right? You're going to see if you can make it happen. Because it becomes, instead of just being one of those dreams that's you can picture, and we'll all picture this differently, I know, the giant lobster chasing me down the street. You can think, okay, I can see that. I'm probably seeing that as one of those Pixar animations rather than an actual giant lobster. Nope, I'm seeing the giant lobster. See, even that you have to work at it a little bit. But when you think, when I was 15 years old, I knew I was going to be a minister. I thought I was going to be a priest, a minister. I thought I was going to work for the church. That's what I wanted to do. I knew that when I was 15. It took me a very long time to get there, in a very roundabout way. But the thing is, if you have a dream, and you have that vision of what you want and you work for it, right? It takes some work. And sometimes it takes some help. You can't just kind of go, yeah, it'll happen. It'll come to me. You got to do something about it. That's why the Bible's full of dreams, I think. I think it's why the Bible's full of dreams. I think God had a dream, and that's us, and this, and all of this. But it takes work. And that's why we have all of these stories about people who have dreams and say, oh, we need to do this. That's why we have stories about people in the Bible like Jesus who show us how we can make stuff happen, how we can do things. Dream's just a start, right? And it's not even just that we have to do work ourselves. We need help sometimes. That's why we sometimes have communities. We get together and do things, right? But I think that's why I think it's God dreamed, and this is what came, and now we have dreams, and we can make things happen. We can make things be real, not just in our heads. Not a giant lobster. No, I think a giant Jell-O lollipop is actually within my means. I think I could make that happen. And I did own overalls once. But the giant lobster, I don't know. What do you think? Giant lobster? Yeah, but it'd have to be bigger than me. And run down the street after me. What if it were one of those movies where there's like something happens, like there's like a volcano or a nuclear explosion or something, and then there's a giant, like Godzilla, only a lobster. I think that's more than a dream, isn't it? Okay. Thank you so much for listening, you guys. Now the thing is, here's the thing. We're going to sing a song about dreaming, but this is true. The only song I could find in either of our hymn books, that's a lot of songs, that was about dreaming. It's about Christmas. We don't just dream at Christmas, do we? No. We dream all the time. So we're going to sing this a song that's about dreaming at Christmas time. But what's cool about it is that it talks about things like dreaming about peace and love and all of like making a good place. So we can have Christmas every day. It's allowed. Let's sing. Why don't you get presents every day?